Good morning. Yes, it's 11:11 p.m. and it's night when I'm doing this video, but I'm hopefully going to actually get it to go up in the morning after I go to the gym and do exercises and stuff like that. My sleep, I've been sleeping when I can, and I've been absolutely exhausted and getting a few hours here and a couple hours there throughout the day today. And I've been up since about 10 o'clock, actually. The most recent time. I shut off the phone so that I don't get interrupted. Anyway, the title for the video for the 22nd, even though I'm recording this on the 21st, is My Appeal Has Been Filed. With the help of my attorney friend, an appeal has been filed in this case. She told me that she has never lost an appeal. Of course, that was in another state, not Florida. And in my case, it had to be filed pro se, even though she did the legal work on my behalf. I must admit that she saw things I would have never noticed, since I come at everything from common law. She has not been trained in that. It is meaningless to her, as it is to most attorneys and judges. This is the scam that has been perpetrated by these con artists and demon-possessed people. I have a feeling that there are more good and honest lawyers out there who, if given the chance, will actually do the right thing. I also sense a shift in consciousness, which hopefully will lead to the Creator actually starting to help rescue humanity from the tyranny of the legal system built on lies. Now, I've had a handful at least of friends, maybe more, who have either emailed me or made comments on my videos over the past while, telling me the great experience they had in letting go of the house that the bank was trying to steal from them, and that they're much happier now, etc., etc. I got a long comment from, I don't need to go into the details of who the comments come from. But in any case, I'm aware that a lot of people have not had the endurance that I think is necessary on my part to fight for justice. And it's sad to me that attorneys and judges and the human race has been built out of our natural rights by demon-possessed people. I mean, I really believe that the people at the top, the Rothschilds and the Bushes and the cabal, the Rockefellers, not everybody with these names, obviously. I'm not saying that. But the 600 or so people that control, that own 50% of the world's wealth, these are con artists. These are demon-possessed individuals. They have to be. They couldn't play the role that they're playing if they weren't demonly inspired to go forward with the con against humanity, depriving humanity of that which would lift us and make us vibrant and creative. Now, some people will say, and I have been there in that camp, that the stress actually creates a creativity that wouldn't be there if there was no stress. There might be truth in that. I mean, I have thought that, yeah, maybe that's true. I have felt that in the past, myself personally. But when is it going to end? Does the con game have to go on Earth forever? Or will there ever be peace on Earth? There will never be peace on Earth when there's money to be made by waging war. There will never be justice on Earth as long as there is money to be made by a corrupt system built on laws that are so convoluted and so voluminous that nobody can ever, I mean, there's laws for this and laws for that and laws that contradict other laws. And so anybody, and I've said this in the past, anybody can go into the current law system and find a remedy for whatever they have. But it's like finding a needle in a haystack. It's not simple stuff like there has to be a jury trial of your peers, and it can't be, the jury cannot be coerced and educated by the judge. They have the right to not only judge the case, they have the right to judge the law and say this law is invalid. And any law that violates a constitutional right is invalid. Now, somebody said the Magna Carta has no effect because it was signed under coercion. True. It was signed initially under coercion. And there's no way that royalty, even 900 years ago, or however many years ago the Magna Carta came into existence, I can't remember, 800, 900 years it's been. Even that far back, the royalty, the monarchy, the priesthood, if you will, was corrupt. I mean, it's been corrupt for a long, long time. Lifetimes ago for humanity. And it hasn't changed, and if anything, it's getting worse, and I think it's getting worse because the pressure is being put on by deity, by God, who is finally saying, enough, this is enough. And I hope that humanity gets the message and stops, kowtowing to these charlatans who have betrayed common decency, who have betrayed their trust, who have betrayed truth, who have betrayed honor. They're not the dishonorable court. There is no honor in courts that use a system of lies and deprive people of their natural rights. And constitutional rights, it's not that the Constitution gives them, the Constitution simply acknowledges that these are natural rights. They are not rights granted by a Constitution. They are rights acknowledged by a Constitution, a Bill of Rights. That's what makes them important. But in any case, as I said in the title of this, my appeal has been filed. And I trust that God will work on the end of the judges that will be handling the appeal. I don't know if it's a judge or judges, but I trust that it will be put somewhere where it will be given its just deserts. And it's, again, she's using their own law system. And she had to go into the Florida codes to see certain things. And she came up with an ace in the hole, so to speak, that she's very, very excited about. And she's told me like 3 times, she's repeated it to me, of how important this particular thing is that she found within the Florida codes. But the whole system of this morass of laws and pages and self-contradictory things that give you your rights, things that take your rights away. It's convoluted, folks. And my prayer is that at some point in the near future, in my lifetime yet, and I'm 69 years old, as I've said before, that at some point we will actually go back to common sense, common law, where every human being is treated with decency and respect. Every human being is given a chance to do the right thing and encouraged, and the right thing is enforced, so that when you do the right thing, you are blessed. And who does that? God has to do it ultimately. It's not up to people to do it. It's up to God to grant the blessings that were promised throughout all world religions in some way or another. Some way or another, all these blessings have been promised, and it's up to God to do it. But I do thank those of you that have stood with me through this ordeal and are still standing with me. Many of you have abandoned, many of my friends I feel have abandoned me. But I thank those of you that haven't, and continue to pray for me and to pray for humanity. Namaste.